3, 2, 1.
The Great Christmas Light Fight is on!
What's up, everybody?
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
The library is rocking tonight.
Let's go.
Let's go. Charlie Byers in the house. Mr. H03.
Boom.
Mr. Light Fight in the house, which we'll talk a little bit about that. We talked about earlier. We are here in the library. And yes, Charlie Byers, Michael Byers. Get it? We're playing on Halloween and Christmas because Charlie flew into town not only to come see us, but to go to the East Coast Christmas show as well as the East Coast Haunters Convention, and we're going to go back over there. We've been taking video. There's been other vendors doing lives. I don't know if we're going to do a live there, are we, Charlie? We'll
probably not.
It's a little challenging if you're not a vendor because it's a steel building, and we heard the Wi-Fi spotty.
Yeah, that's true.
But who knows? It could still happen. But we had a rocking time last night, didn't we? It was a little late.
Yeah, last night was pretty fun. We got to hang out with everybody. Some other light fighters were there hanging out. We went to Arnold's place. They had like go-karts and stuff like that. You know what they had? They had a bar, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because we're all adults, which is great. You know.
Guess how many people were on the go-karts? Well, maybe one or two. Guess how many people were at the bar?
All of them.
Yeah. So, hey, speaking of bar, the library is kind of a bar, and we just might indulge a little bit during the episode. But hey, Charlie, you're my guest here, and I'm so glad to have you.
Yes.
Not only as one of my influencers for doing a YouTube show, but a friend. And since you're my guest here, you only got to kick it off the way I usually kick it off. Why don't you do it?
The librarian is in.
And he's in with Charlie Byers.
Boom.
Let's go. All right. We got some viewers joining in, and you guys know the routine of both Charlie's show and my show here. Get your comments in.
Yeah.
We know we said maybe 4 o'clock, but again, this is really random. So the day kind of went off. Again, we weren't lying. We dropped Charlie off probably just about midnight last night, and he started.
Was it really? Okay.
Yeah, you started at what, 4 a.m. Central Time yesterday?
Yes. Yeah, I woke up at 4:30. I forget what time, but yeah, early o'clock.
Early o'clock.
Yeah.
But he hung. We went to dinner with there's a Facebook group called Christmas Mafia, and if you're not familiar, it was started by Shane Dabbs, who owns Santaland, who's also spearheaded a lot of the East Coast Christmas side of Trans World and is friends with Rich and Jen. We had a group dinner there. There were supposed to be 30 of us. It turned out to almost be 60 that they couldn't even accommodate us all, so we had to split up. But we had a good time there hanging out with a lot of fellow folks that like what we like, right, Charlie?
Yeah. A lot of good stories, a lot of swapping of Christmas stories and good times, and it was a good time.
Might have been some of this too. But it was fun. And then after that, we went to Arnold's, and we, it's a huge place. It could fit a lot of people. It was moderately attended, but where it was attended, we had great amount of people. So it was fun. And some of those people, we dropped Charlie off around midnight, and then we got home after that. Some of those people went out to another little local pub until like 2, 3 in the morning, I heard. But
suckers.
They were there though this morning.
Yes, good for them. I wouldn't have been.
By the way, Charlie.
Oh, right there.
Gotta have it where it goes.
Boom. I'm blocking it. I apologize.
No, that's okay. You can play with Turbo Man if you want. Hey, let's check on some of the comments. Again, we were originally going to go on at 4. I'm trying to get back to my story, but I did allude to it might go earlier, it might go later, it might go at the venue, or it might go here in the library. So let's see who's joining us and who has some comments. And while we're looking at those, walking around this morning, we did pick Charlie up. I did. Mrs. Librarian, she's going to go back this afternoon. She's up there waiting for us. Because I'm eating what? Cheesesteaks, right, Charlie?
Yes, delicious.
You're going to see a picture of Charlie with the cheesesteak that's
huge,
this big, but I don't have it ready to show on the screen.
I was expecting like a little sandwich, as one does, but no. What's this all about?
So, hey, we only do it big here in the library.
I thought they would do things bigger in Texas, not in Philly. All right.
Hey, who we got joining us though? Let's pop up our friends. Our brother Monty.
What up, Monty? I was just talking about you.
He was Monty. So behind the library here on the other side of this wall is not a very big, it's like a 10 by 10 Lionel train platform. That was my son's. And Charlie goes, Monty has those. So
I don't know what train set you have, but I know you got a nice train set down in your basement as well.
So glad to have you. And we're going to see you again. Hopefully, maybe you can make it to Ohio again.
Yes.
Hey, we got Troy
What
from
up,
the North.
Troy?
You know, he didn't say anything about snow yet. Although, Charlie, what's the weather like today?
Well, yeah, I got this on. It's about 50 degrees here, a little cold, a little windy.
It was supposed to be a washout this morning. And if you've never been to the East Coast Haunters Convention, you'll see some of my videos, or go watch the one I have on YouTube from last year. There's a long line of people, and a lot of them are haunters, and they're in their Halloween costumes, makeup. So I was like, oh man, they're going to get soaked, going to have running makeup, and they lucked out. It's held off, but I think it's supposed to come in later.
Did you see the zombie Santa?
I did.
that was I want to get a picture of that guy, but he ended up leaving. But that was a cool thing to see.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun prizes again. Make sure you're checking out and subscribing to this channel and Christmas on Crestline. And make sure you're going to also follow East Coast and Trans World, because it's a great event. Support the events. They only help us bring people together.
Yeah, and Brian played the intro for the Michael Byers, and then he had the Christmas on Crestline theme. I'm like,
that was a surprise.
That was cool.
Go back if you missed the very kickoff or the beginning, or you'll see it at the end again. It's a team, it's a duo method here. So my intro combined with Charlie's intro, and we're kicking it off there. Hey, who else we got joining? We got Mr. Devin Blanchard joining. DB, yeah. Hey, from Charlie and I, we know you were in the hospital. You're home now. Hope you're feeling better, and hope to see you. And we do know you wish you could be here. We wish you could too. Oh, who we got? We got these people always joining. I always tease these people because they're so technologically challenged. Oh, see, I didn't have to pop it up. Yeah. Robert Slanker. Yeah, I know. Yeah. By the way, I lived in Oklahoma City for 9 years, and we've been through the tornado, so I get it. And we saw the storm in Enid. Could have been worse, I guess. But you're right. There's more potential, and everybody stay safe out there. Speaking of staying safe and watching people, Kim's watching us. She's watching us upstairs.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, we're up here, huh? Thank you for letting us do this. She's going to be going over with us. We're going to hang out with some past light fighters, other vendors, and it's going to be a fun time. Tonight, matter of fact, there are some haunt tours for the haunt side, or if you're Christmas, you can go to it too. When I say haunt tours, I don't remember what the specific ones are this year, but for example, one of the famous ones they did last year was Eastern State Penitentiary. They're doing, I think, Field of Screams. Okay. There's a couple other ones, but on the Christmas side, they are going to somebody's light display house, and they put up their display or left it up since Christmas, and it's a light show, pixel light show, and they're going to have behind the scenes how the controllers work, how you program, and then after that, the whole group is going to, many of you may have heard of it, the Netflix house. There's one here in King of Prussia, PA. There's not too many around.
More than that?
There's a couple. I think there's one in Texas. I have not been there yet. We may or may not go there because we live local. We can go anytime. But since most of the people from the Christmas group saying they're going there, we might end up there. We've also invited them here to the library. We'll see if anybody can make it. Sometimes it's just easier when you're at a hotel to go to the hotel. What else we got saying here? Monty's chiming in again. He should be at the Ohio Mini.
40th anniversary. Well, happy anniversary to you all early.
Bring it with it, perfect anniversary gift, Christmas lights, hang out with Christmas people, a Christmas story house, Castle Noel, and of course, rock and roll Christmas place. Yeah. Who else we got joining? We got John Chase joining. Hello,
what up, Johnny Chase.
Hey, Johnny Chase. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you watching. Michael Byers. What else we got here? We got Brandon Brown.
What up, Brandon?
Charlie in the library. Yes.
We were talking about tattoos earlier.
Yeah, and you're one of your leg. Like Charlie and I don't have any tattoos. And then he said, well, who's the one again that has the light fight trophy?
Boom.
Boom. Hey, Brandon. Thank you for joining, buddy. We'll see you soon. By the way, where will I see you soon? Expo. Christmas Expo in Dallas. Check out Christmas Expo Facebook page as well as their website. It's happening. Registration. Somebody asked the question yesterday, when does registration open? And Joyce said it would open in a couple weeks. So please go. We're going to have a lot of people hanging out there. There's going to be a lot of great vendors, and hopefully that show gets back to what it was. And then outside of that, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it was going to be awesome.
It was going to be awesome. Where I was going to see people, and I don't remember what it's. Oh, the other one is the Mini at Sea. So it's worth bringing that up.
I think it's blowing up.
It is. So I checked with JR. Typically, there's just say roughly 40 families, and those families could be, there's some single people, but most of them are at least 2 people. So So think about 80 people. Well, as of this week, it was up to 122, and it could be even higher. Family. So it's going to be a great trip. Still can get on it and hang out with a bunch of people. Trying to convince Charlie, but I don't know.
And then the next mini at sea, you said, is out of Florida?
Yeah, it's out of Port Canaveral, Florida.
Okay.
Go check out miniatsea.org. All right. Hey, folks, hit like, hit subscribe, both here on the Librarian, on Christmas on Crestline, because I'm sure when Charlie gets back, he's going to do some kind of recap at some point. I know you're taking a little hiatus because you're preparing for Christmas in July. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah, Christmas in July. So I think everybody here probably knows. Maybe don't. I don't know. So I've been challenged by Rob to do 30 videos in 31 days, and we're going to do about at least 50. At least 50, probably 50. At least 50. Maybe 60. We're gonna do a lot of videos. That's
a couple a day.
That's a couple a day. I got one dedicated series that you already know of that I'm gonna keep secret from you guys. I apologize for now. Not something I normally do, but something I think is fun. And then I'm gonna get back to some how-tos. We got a ton of guests. Troy unfortunately had to drop out due to some things I won't say because I don't know if they're public. But Troy did drop out. But we know what we're looking at getting a replacement. I got who do I just
Lumabot?
Now I'm talking to Lumabot. I'd like to have a Lumabot on. But I just say I was talking about last night. I had the name wrong. Anyway, we got John Holmes. John Holmes is coming on. Is that his name? I'm drawing a blank on who he is now. Anyway, I booked a new guest at the point. It's gonna be fun.
He's gonna have a lot of people. Gonna have a lot of people. So speaking of a lot of the people, we were only at the East Coast and Halloween show this morning for 3 hours. Came back, ate Philly cheesesteaks, getting ready to head back with Mrs. Librarian. Why don't you tell us a little bit, Charlie, what you saw? Let's start. Let's start on the Christmas side. What are your thoughts so far? Who's there? What might people see? Why should people come out?
So what I was most interested in is Lumabot. You have David there from AVL, formerly Learn Christmas Lighting. Always good to see him there. You have Pro Pixel Displays. You have Santaland. You have a Santa Claus stand in the corner. I'm not quite certain what he's there for other than just being Santa. Like, hey, what's up, Santa? Then you have Jordan Maywald's Christmas bulbs are there. That's who else is there. Not Jordan Maywald, but his bulbs are there.
Yeah. They're in Santaland. Shannon. We also saw David Peace and Experience Lights. We saw Minor Mendoza from Your Pixel Store. We saw, for those of you who do Pixel Light shows, we saw Daniel Culp from Culp Lights. We saw Ken from Wired Watts, who sponsors almost all the minis at some level. He's here. Who else am I missing?
A lot, probably.
Oh, I'm missing a lot on the titles right now. The classes were going on. Clyde Lindsay from Pixel Pro Displays was teaching a class. Carl Mursky's here from Jingle Bumpers. He's doing a class on AI today or tomorrow. I think it's today. We also had Jordan Nash there. And Charlie and I were over in the Halloween side, and you see, if you know Jordan Nash, he's known in the community for helping out with all the minis and the AV and stuff. He's a little tiny little guy, and he's running around the Halloween side in a bright red Christmas shirt. And everybody in Halloween, Charlie and I look like we're in the Halloween side if it wasn't for our hats. Everybody's in black.
Oh yeah, good call.
Okay, we saw Jordan there. Who else did we? I mean, and then we saw a lot of people that.
There's some light fighters here.
Some light fighters here. We saw some people that have been at the Florida Mega Mini, the Eastern Regional Lighting Enthusiast Mini, all over the place. Ohio Mini. We hung out with the Lunars, Brad and Candace. Don't know if they're watching.
They got a hat.
Yeah, you're going to see Charlie post. I think he already posted on the Christmas on Crestline chat on Discord.
Discord,
a couple pictures.
Sean made the drive here. He got a hat. Who's the guy from New York I gave a hat to?
I forget. You told me the name. Yeah,
exactly. Some other guy that's really cool.
My friend Chuck Jones
was
there from locally. He was here.
Yeah. So I brought 6 hats with me. I was only going to bring 2 because only 2 people said, "Hey, give me a hat." I brought 6. I think I have 2 left. So if you're at the convention, you see me walking around, I'll give you a hat.
Yeah. So get your comments in and what you think. Ask us what you hoped we had seen and did we see it?
Oh, good. That's a good question. That's a good one. Yeah.
And I will say again, this is only the 2nd year of the show. And people got to understand, if you've never been to the main Trans World show in St. Louis, that is more of a B2B type show, business to business.
Okay.
Although consumers or home haunts and can go there. You see bigger props and bigger showroom floor. This is still a good size. This is meant to be a DIY convention version of that, both on the Christmas and Halloween side. And almost all the vendors come. They bring more of cash and carry type stuff. You can bring cash and buy stuff and leave. There's build classes going on. Back to Jordan again. He was having a controller build they were doing right in the middle of the floor. They're going to be doing a game show later. Russell McFarlane's going to be hosting a couple game shows like Family Feud and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Christmas versions. So it's real happening place. It still goes on through tomorrow. If you're fairly local, come on by. You just buy a one-day ticket, come and walk in for a couple hours, and help it grow. That's the thing. I've heard some. I want to be very constructive on my show, but be honest, there are some people who said, it's not as big as I thought, especially on the Christmas side. And again, it's only its second year tagging onto a Halloween show. It's growing. The hall is full. There's solid vendors there. There's a good 24 roughly vendors there, and then there's some crossover into the Halloween side. So that side's growing. And then on the Halloween side, there's several hundred vendors, and there's lots of people walking around in costumes.
Yes.
Why don't you talk about that, Charlie?
So
I'm gonna go get something. I'll be back. Charlie's gonna talk to you.
So the thing that I saw that was awesome was a freaking robot zombie pig that jumps, and it's the size of upside pig, of a hog. It's the size of a legit. Think of a 300-pound hog. It's a robot zombie pig. The guy controls it, and it jumps think of a dog. You've gone over your buddy's house, and the dog's jumping. You're like, hey man, control your dog. Why's your dog jumping up on me? The thing jumps. It is freaking cool as all get out. But I'm not going to buy it.
Ha! Thinking of jumping. Uh-oh. Charlie.
Oh!
It wouldn't be Michael Byers if we weren't doing a combination of Christmas and Halloween. By the way, this is a Jason Voorhees mask. I don't have a Michael Myers mask. But it's all in fun. It's all in fun.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right.
With the theme of the show.
Enough of that. I should have brought the witch's hat out, man. But I didn't. All right.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Hey, thank you for indulging me, Charlie.
Yo, you're welcome. Yes.
Hey,
the zombie pig is cool, though. Or zombie hog.
Yes, it looked real. So I don't know if any of you saw recently. Apparently, there was a Chinese robot that just ran, I think, a half marathon in record time or a quarter marathon. There's a video of it out there. It was like last week.
Oh.
Picture a skinned robot. In this case, it was like a scary pig. There was another one going around. This thing looked like a real animal in the movements. All I have some video. I'll get it in my follow-ups and so forth. That was fun. But lots of cool stuff. Hey, let's check on a couple comments in and hit like, hit subscribe, both here at the Librarian at Christmas on Crestline. And let's see what people are saying. See if we got anything. This is the part I always get lost, Charlie. I always figure out who did I already check on, but I know I didn't answer this one. Got Bill Riera joining us from Santa's Castle. Speaking of life fighting,
Bill's going to be on Christmas in July.
I heard that, and I also heard that he is likely going to be at Christmas Expo.
Oh, very cool.
If not, you are now because I told you.
Yeah, there you go. Now you got to go.
Hey, speaking of light fighters,
Slankers.
Charlie, they want you to join. The Slankers are going on the mini at sea.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. I was at the Oklahoma mini with them. They were talking about.
So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Brandon Brown saying he'll be at the mini at sea.
Okay.
It's a who's who of who's who. Who's who?
Of Who'sville.
Yeah. What else we got? Some new comments down here. Oh.
Giatano,
or Tom, as I found out his real name. Tom.
Giatano.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Giatano, Charlie shared this. Giatano shared this on Christmas on Crestline. And let's just cover it briefly since we're here and we got this opportunity. Was an alternate for the Great Christmas Light Fighting. And as you know, the news broke earlier this week. Reached out to some people. So I said, hey, I'm the Librarian. You're a great Christmas light fight resource. I better get on and talk about this. Probably one of the most popular shows I had so far.
Yeah.
But here's the takeaway if you didn't know this. So while I was on that show, somebody said, why don't you start one of these petitions? Or somebody started a petition to try to bring the show back. So we did on change.org. I said, you know what? I looked. It was free to get going. Put a little mission statement out there, a couple things. And a lot of you responded, and thank you for signing the petition. It's free to sign a petition. Oh, there is a section, and I want to thank Charlie. There is a section where you can make a monetary donation. You don't have to. I didn't even know you could do this, and it helps spread it more. They posted it more places, so you can feel free to do it. And thank you for doing that, Charlie. A few others did that as well. Do that, but also I want to point out something that was a little frustrating for me, the Librarian. So I took this effort on. I'm sure somebody else was going to do it. Matter of fact, I had somebody else reach out saying, hey, do you want to start it, or I'll get it started. And Charlie, would you believe I've had a few negative comments about trying to save the show?
That's it's stupid. Why be negative about something like that? That's silly.
So even if you don't watch the show anymore and you happen to be watching this show for some reason, why would you not want to save a show that it's a family show and it features light displays? Now, whether you don't like it because they don't pick pixel displays, you don't like it because they don't pick small yards or whatever these rumors and myths are. Yeah, that was getting beat up. And then I also got beat up saying, what a waste of time, laugh. And it was from people in the lighting community. That was really, it was a little disheartening.
Pessimistic. So there's a TV show, Skeet Ulrich was in it, but it took place in Kansas. There's a nuclear Holocaust blast, and people had to start fitting for themselves. I forget what it was called. Got canceled after the first season. And one of those, one of the lines in there was nuts. Nuts. And then so instead of a petition, they sent everybody would send a pound of nuts to the studio. They had like 250,000 pounds of nuts delivered at one time to the studio. They go, okay, we'll bring the show back. So they brought it back for another season and then canceled it again. But either way,
yeah,
it does work. It
does
work.
So for what it's worth, I haven't checked today, but I think we had just over 300 signatures. Is that going to make an impact on getting a TV show back? Probably not. So I'm asking you to do what we did. I posted it on our displays page saying, please, if you can help, go sign it. So we did that, post it on your Facebook, post on your socials, post on your website. Folks, whether you like the show or don't watch it, just come on, save a show that's about our hobby.
Yeah.
And maybe it could lead to the Fright Fight coming back potentially down the road. And the last thing I'll say on this, because we want to talk about East Coast and the Hunters thing, is I did talk to Felicia. Remember when I was live, Felicia called me. I got back to her and I said, hey, what's going on? What can you share? And here's what she did say that said, hey, make sure people understand this. She goes, what was posted on TMZ, which I can't believe Charlie found that while he was on my live. I'm like, TMZ picked this up. And then, of course, Jordan Maywald said, they quoted you, Brian, the librarian, in there. They did it. But anyway, the takeaway I have is Felicia said, just like they said in that, there was a quote. Now, we don't know, by the way, who tipped them off, by the way. It could have been Felicia. Who knows? She said that it's just not picked up for this year. Now, that makes it harder to bring back in the future, but shows come back. And she does say she feels very confident it should come back next year. No guarantees. And she didn't really go into it, but it's possible it doesn't stay on ABC. It goes somewhere else. So again, sign the petition. It's change.org/save the great Christmas light fight or something like that. I apologize. I should have brought it up and got it ready. So please do that if you haven't done it already. And, you know, a couple days have gone by, nobody's visiting it again. So bring it back up, repost. We really would appreciate it. By the way, so Charlie, you know, kind of changing topics.
Okay.
You know, I love all my lighting people, whether they do light displays, pixel displays, traditional, projection mapping, whatever. But if you don't want to renew the great Christmas light fight, then, you know, I got a trophy for you. I really do.
Yes, I'm all about trophies. Let's go.
And you get the loser's trophy. You get the loser's trophy. So we don't want to give the loser's trophy out. We want to give out the winner's trophy. So, Charlie, I know one of the other reasons you came here. Charlie.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. You got the honors. We brought it out just for you. Make sure. Look at this. Oh, we got to take a picture of this, even though it's on video. Look at this. He's on the Librarian getting this trophy.
Oh,
Charlie, you know what time is? Yeah, it wouldn't be a light show if it didn't do this.
Boom, right there. No, I will say, now that this is gone and temporarily retired, we hope, now the FAA has the best trophy in all of Christmas land.
Yeah. So Charlie, for what that's worth.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we want to hear your comments here. I know, you know, we still got some watchers, but people are going to watch this back. Here's what I want to know. Somebody has made the comment. One, Charlie has an outlet for us to have a competition still. It can grow. It could be something bigger. The FAA, the Fan Appreciation Awards. I've also had people, and I don't want to be in a competition because if everything's open, but somebody said, you're the librarian, you're the light fight guy, the resource. Why don't you go around and start judging displays and come up with a format? It doesn't even have to be trophies or anything. Now, I kind of did that at the OK Texas Expo store last year, but I don't know, Charlie. What do you guys think? You type it in. There's room for both. There's room for all these shows.
Yeah, here's what I think. I think you got to have a trophy.
Yeah.
We all want the trophy. I mean, whatever checks cool, get cash, who cares? The trophy is what gets handed down for generations.
Absolutely.
I think we have to have the trophy.
So,
but yeah, there doesn't have to be competition. We can have two separate ones. What I do need to do is I keep saying this, I need to find somebody to do a website, or I need to sweet talk my wife and to help me use Claude to build a website. But I was thinking limit it to 3-minute video, show 3 sides of your 3 angles of your house, front and sides, or a walkthrough. So I was thinking about putting some limits, but I do need to get a dedicated website.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It's got formats for,
you know,
it could be a fan, just like your awards. It's a fan-based thing versus a judge. So anyway,
and some will send me video via Facebook Messenger, which I cannot edit. I has to have an MP4 format.
So we'll think about that.
Yeah.
But again, the fingers are crossed that sign the petition. Just help us, at least at a minimum. If it doesn't help get the show on, ABC people are going to see people are fighting for this show. Get that done.
Yeah.
And you know, I like some of the comments Giotano's putting in. Oh, if we go there, I jumped ahead. We can get pasta if we go to Giotano's and meatballs. That's good. But I was going to say he had a comment in here. If you're in the lighting community in any facet, especially sales, there's no greater ally than Light Fight. I mean, Felicia, Brady, the casting team, everybody that's been involved with the show, they've been proponents of and help inspire some of the vendors that are out there. So we got that. I appreciate that. Hey, we got somebody else. We got
Eddie. No, that's not. I got,
so you know that name?
Willie KC. Okay.
I see him logging all the time, but I don't know who he is. Is he on your channel?
Yeah, well, that's Willie KC. Yeah.
Okay. See, Will, I knew Willie.
That's all. That's all Willie ever says is hello KC.
It's all he ever says.
I thought I saw Eddie in there. Is Eddie LeBlanc not in there?
I don't know.
I saw the blue and said hello. I must have just thought.
But Willie's been on the show several times. Yeah. There you go. Even Bill and Santa's Castle are going to the mini at sea. By the way, while we're walking around East Coast when we go back, Monty, so if you see any unique props for mini lights, take some pics or video. So let us know what you have specifically. Either message us direct, or we're still going to be on here for a little bit because then we're going to get going. We don't have any time planned. We're up 26 minutes in and we're having fun. And you know, Charlie was special. He got to see the statistics book.
Yeah.
There's like some Charlie. Did you know that?
I did not know that one.
Yeah.
Nor the nuclear launch codes that are written down inside.
Well, they're on the back side here. So, hey, if you came out the East Coast too and you see me, I can give you one of these little librarian stickers. Hey, and Charlie has a few ho hats left. You're still here.
I do. I got 2 left.
So come hang out with us. We're going to hang out tonight again. Hey, if you're fairly close by and the show, I think, ends at 5 or 5:30 today.
Oh, yeah.
Still come on down. There's going to be people hanging out. We'll find places.
Yeah.
And then, if you got to sleep in your car or somewhere else, we can make that happen too.
Who was that Jordan that said he took a nap in front of the doors because they weren't open yet?
So fun. I hope he doesn't mind us sharing it. So Jordan Nash, again, some of you know him, especially in the mini community. Lives in Utah. He took a red eye that left, I think, at 1 or 2 in the morning last night. He landed and he was in front of the Expo Center, which is about, at that time of the morning, probably 40 minutes from the airport, Philadelphia airport. And he had him drop him off in front of the Expo Center. And folks, it didn't. Nobody was getting there till 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then the doors opened officially at 9:30, and registration was at 8:30. He said he looked like a homeless person. He huddled out inside the front of the doors because there was nobody there, and he didn't have a car.
Yeah. Well, cold
dedication, Jordan. All right, what are the comments we got in here, Charlie? Got Bill again. Where's Jordan Maywall? Come on, I know you're texting me, Jordan. Ask some questions, buddy. Prove you're here. I know some of them felt like we were coming on at 4. Saw a lot of comments about the show judging pixels. Yeah, we're going back to Light Fight. Yeah, I know. That's always, like I said, there's always debate. The judges got to make a decision, and you know, I tried to do my best to be an educator. So if you go back and find some of the posts I made, I did educate some people. Light shows win about 30% of the time, not 70 like traditional. It just, you know, some people are saying they are not fans of light shows. Again, I'm a fan of all lights, and they feel like everything's been this year has been light show. It just so happens this year there were more light show winners, and they were deserved. They were great shows, and I'd also argue a lot of them were hybrid shows and had traditional elements that were in part of the display. So yeah, you're never going to win. Now, speaking of judges, the last thing I will say is Tanya and Carter obviously do know the show's not coming back this year. And Felicia did share that. She says, yeah, they know, and you know they're hopeful it'll come back. Hey, ask and ye shall receive, Charlie. Eddie joined us. You're ready because Charlie was ready to come chase you. Eddie's joined us. And hey, Eddie, thank you for coming over. And again, Charlie's going to probably, am I putting you on a spot? When are you coming back on your shows besides what you're recording? You said you're going to be going until May, right?
No, yeah, I'm going to do the live first Monday in May, and then first Monday in June. And then the last Monday in June is when Christmas is July.
Okay. So, I mean, so Charlie's not going to do a show Monday unless he decides because he's bored. Although he's flying back. He has an early day tomorrow.
I have to be up at 4 again.
Yeah.
I have to leave the hotel at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. So, it sounds like May's far away. It's only a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So you'll see Charlie live again. He'll give a recap.
But who's asking, where's the petition at?
Oh, yeah. Eddie, where is the petition? It is at change.org. Go find one of my posts. Charlie shaved it. Here, give me 1 second and I'll bring up the address. Change. There we go.
Starts with a C.
Yep. And then we go here, go to my petition, my petitions.
I could see all the behind the scenes stuff y'all don't got to see.
All right.
Brian's actually 1.5 feet tall. He's standing on a ladder right now.
Like tying on an apple. Oh, we're up to 319 supporters so far.
Nice.
But let's copy the link here. Let me go over to the yard here. Let me go into the comments. Whoops. Let me go into the comments. There you go. That's where you can save the great Christmas light fight.
And then in about 8 hours, that will be a clickable link. I wish YouTube would change that a little bit. But
oh, is that what happens? I've always noticed when I post a link in YouTube, I'm like, crap.
When you do a live, they'll go back and look at it, see if you have any copyright infringements before they let.
See, Charlie's teaching me YouTube stuff. By the way, the last comment I'll make, let me go back to not last comment I make, but while we're talking about YouTube, again, Charlie's goal, he's taught a class at this at Expo and some other place he taught it, wherever it was. Oh, at a Mini and the Oklahoma Mini. And Charlie's goal is to get more than one person talking about Christmas all year long. So Charlie really was the only one on Christmas Crestline. One of the ones who inspired me. Believe it or not, May 25th, I think, is the launch date, my anniversary, or Memorial Day weekend. 1 year for the Librarian. And I'm going to, I'll probably come in and just do a little announcement because it's a holiday weekend. And then I'm going to replay my original episode, which is only 15 minutes, 16 minutes long. I hope you go back. You can watch it now if you don't want to wait till Memorial Day. But yeah, if you want to start a YouTube channel, first of all, Charlie, if anybody has YouTube, don't they have a channel already?
Yes, you already have a channel. It's right now, Eddie's channel is called Eddie LeBlanc 8728. That's the name of your channel.
Now, if you want, Eddie, you don't know this, just like mine, you can go into YouTube profile and you can set what's called a handle. And my handle is at Light Fight Librarian. So you type youtube.com, Light Fight Librarian, and now all of a sudden you got almost a dedicated link. So you can turn your little more complicated generic name, you can turn it into a Eddie LeBlanc's homepage, whatever you want to call it. Do it. If you need help, ask me and Charlie. I will say it is hard. It's frustrating. If you're going at it to be viral and have hundreds and thousands of followers, probably not going to happen, right, Charlie?
Step one, you need to be a girl. Step two, you need to be an 18-year-old girl, and you'll go viral. Yeah, I was talking earlier. My daughter will say, my daughter is 5 years. My oldest daughter is 5 years older than her boyfriend. She gave him my girlfriend is a Cougar shirt. 3 million views. Sold the shirt out in like 12 minutes. I'm like, come on.
Can we sell 3 million Light Fight shirts or 3 million HO3 hats or exterior illuminating shirts? We can.
Yeah, I don't ever show this. I was telling you earlier that this is actually, if I can show it, this is actually an HO3 brand.
Oh, look at HO3 brand.
Yes.
So
yeah. Own clothing line. What? Legit. Fancy? Who says?
Now he just stepped it up. Now I got a YouTube channel. And Charlie's like, well, I got a clothing line.
Yeah, the Librarian clothing line.
Yeah. Maybe I need some funding from clothing, and I know where I can get some funding. Let me find it here in a second. I saw somebody who could fund me here. Bear with me, Charlie.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to figure out where it was at. Oh, here it is. Want to know who it is?
Who's that?
Mother-in-law. If you're listening and you want to fund the Light Fight Librarian clothing line, I'm looking for donations.
Yes.
There we go.
It's a generational thing. What's up, Nancy? Now, I saw Willie was saying he met one of us in Kansas City at the Matos booth.
There you go.
Which one?
I was in Expo in Kansas City.
Yeah, we both were. All three of us.
So maybe you met all of us.
Yeah, it could be. I didn't hang out at the Matos booth too much. I think I was there about 5 minutes. So
yeah, we walked those shows and hey. All right. We're getting close. Again, don't forget to share to your social sites when you sign on. Yes, sign that petition again. There it is. I'll leave it up for a second while we're talking.
Light fight, yeah.
Or again, just go to, there's a lot of posts out there. Hey, let's get back and wrap this thing up.
Let's do it.
And talking about the rest of East Coast, the Halloween side. What are you hoping you see when we go back for the next couple hours?
What I'm hoping in the next couple hours, I see something that I missed. I'm sure there's something that I missed, both on the Christmas and on the Halloween side. One thing we were talking about that I want to get is the was it Froggies, the bubble thing with the fog in it.
Fobbles.
That's freaking neat. That's just neat. It's got the smoke in it. I say fog, but smoke probably. They have the light machine that I have here, but I'm tempted to buy some of the powder, but I don't want to take that back on the plane. So I'm about to go on their website and buy some stuff. But there is some stuff like I asked Gene. We have a special guest.
I want to see that Michael Myers.
Yes.
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 I do. I want him. Michael Myers. Michael Myers here.
No,
We're not so scary.
I did not see Michael Myers here today. Saw Michael Byers. I didn't see Michael Myers. So fun fact? This is the Captain Kirk mask. Do you know that?
Yeah, it is. And they melted it. Yeah.
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 They spray painted it.
Hey, folks, get your last couple comments in. And while you're doing that, it's a celebration here between friends who met through Christmas lights and the Christmas lighting hobby and through YouTube. And we're continuing to foster that friendship. We met a lot of you who are joining today or that who watch us later when you get a chance to. And we got to celebrate. So Charlie has a whiskey channel. Do you want to call it out?
Multicasking.
Multicasking. He does whiskey videos and slushy videos.
Yeah.
Check that out. But he's also like me, a bourbon fan. And I know this is a family-friendly show and we're not going to go anywhere, but we got to have a celebration drink here.
Yes. Why would we not?
So Charlie, let me pick out some options here. And all right, because we're talking bourbon, we can break open brand new, a Weller Reserve.
Okay.
That's one. Okay.
So, wheated whiskey, if you didn't know. Most whiskey is corn whiskey. This is a wheated whiskey. Nice.
All right. Or we can go with an Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare 10.
One of my favorites. You want to go ahead while I'm getting the next one? Tell them what you know.
If memory serves, see if I can do this, but see how close I get. I believe this is 78% corn, 10%. I forget. I used to know the mash bill by heart. I don't remember anymore. But
10% fun.
10% fun. Yeah.
All right. We can go. And most of these are Buffalo Trace product because that's one of my favorites. But we could do another harder one to get in many parts of the country. You can do an E.H. Taylor.
Colonel E.H. Taylor. They always come in this 10. I just picked up a new one. So the fun thing about these from Buffalo Trace is they're all from the same mash bill.
It's all different age differently or barrels. So we got that. It's all packaging too.
Yeah.
We can go with
the Blantons.
The Blantons, very popular among people, especially if you can't get in your area.
These are all kind of hard to get things. I can get all these. I can't get Blantons, but I can get the other three in my area.
Here's another one, not a Buffalo Trace one, but a limited edition. I bought this during COVID and haven't cracked yet. This is a Midwinter's Night Dram.
Yep, they do. So this is a Act 10, Scene 2. Which means it's the 10th rendition of it. It's 49.9% ABV. This is a rye whiskey, and I have this one at home.
Or I do have Booker's down there, but it's holding up a bunch of other bottles, and or we could kill off just your basic Buffalo Trace, which is solid.
Yeah.
So
I say we do the bottle kill.
Which is this what you want to do?
Yeah, let's do the bottle kill.
All right. Let's put these out of the way.
No sense in opening up stuff that's not even going to stay here anyway.
He said he checked. He didn't check luggage, so he can't. He can't. All right. Well, Charlie, you could have had anyone. I would gladly open anyone, but if you want to just go, we'll just go with a little bit of Buffalo Trace.
So we stopped at a beer store here in Pennsylvania and in Kansas. You just go to the liquor store. But here they don't sell liquor at the beer store.
They don't. No. Hey, why don't we? Let's go. Would you like to go in a classic crystal cut glass, or would you like to go with a
Glencairn? Boom.
A nosing glass or a Glencairn. And these are original Glencairn brands, not no knockoffs.
Boom.
Charlie, we'll let you give us a pour.
I appreciate that. We're celebrating all things East Coast Christmas show here today.
And friendships created by Christmas lights and Christmas displays.
Indeed.
Folks, get your comments in. We're going to wrap up here probably after we nose. Again, this is your basic Buffalo Trace, but it's a solid bourbon, great in old fashions too. And in some parts of the country, even this is hard to get or overpriced.
So I will give a spoiler.
Go ahead, give me a spoiler.
So if you go to multicasking, it's like multitasking, but with a C. My next video on there is one that I got hired to do by an ice maker company called E-Cozy. And they wanted me to do extremes. So I have something I'm doing for Christmas in July that in that video, you get a sneak peek on that I'm not going to talk about on here. But if you go to multicasking, that video will be out. I think they said that product is dropping sometime the week of May 4th, which is, I have to time that video up.
May the 4th be with you.
I like it.
All right, Charlie.
What are you getting on the nose there?
I'm smelling caramel, vanilla, some tobacco, a little bit of alcohol burn.
Little green tea, little hay, little freshly mown grass, caramel, butter.
I'm smelling burnt pixels,
Yes.
mm,
ER visit.
fog fluid.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah. Well, cheers. Thanks for the
Cheers.
invite to the library.
Yeah, well, this is awesome. Nothing like afternoon. How's the mouth feel?
Okay, it's got an oily mouthfeel, which is what you want. Saturates the tongue. You really want to swish it around and get it in your gums. But it's got some black pepper there. It's got some caramel, but not the caramel you're going to get to depend on caramel popcorn. So the caramel you're going to get at an amusement park at Christmas time. A lot of black pepper, some good cinnamons there. What are you getting?
I get that small slight burn. It's I can't remember. It's 90 proof. So it's not super hot. So it's very approachable if you don't really, if you drink vodka or something like that, it's a kind of similar alcohol burn, but it's nothing good. It stays on the palate a little bit, but then you still get the flavor afterwards. And it's not I wouldn't call it thick enough to coat the throat.
Yeah, agreed.
But it's definitely solid.
So when you drink whiskey and breathe in real quick, they call that the Kentucky kiss.
And there's a Kentucky chew, right?
Yes. And then the Kentucky hug is the heartburn.
I don't want heartburn.
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
Fun facts.
Folks, I don't see any more comments in there. Charlie and I are going to finish this off here.
Something about Louisiana Walmart.
Oh, what do we got in here? Light fighters.
Not
no
voters,
fat fingers. Okay. Oh, he was typing in. That's what he was talking about. Oh, he can go to Walmart, he's saying, in Louisiana and get liquor.
Oh.
Whoa.
There you go. Let's go to Louisiana.
Not here. We got to go to 2 different stores.
Yeah.
Hey, if some of my friends that are here at East Coast are watching this in between their vending, we can't wait to come back and see you in a little bit. We're going to hang out tonight. It's going to have some fun. We're going to walk around the floor and promote your products.
Yeah, Eddie was asking where the Buffalo Trace is at. I'm like, ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, I gave Charlie a lot of better options, but he said, let's just go with the open one.
Yeah.
And who knows?
Buffalo Trace solid bourbon. You can't go wrong.
And we're just going to make sure we watch Charlie. He's got to get up early tomorrow, but we're still going to have fun tonight. Hey, Charlie.
I don't know how much fun. I like bed.
Hey, and we can certainly take you and drop you off. But hey, we're going to wrap things up here. Appreciate everybody watching the Librarian, watching Christmas on
Carl
Crestline.
Jimenez.
Oh, wait, we got it before we can get in time, Carl. Another light fighter, another light fight champion, and another example of a display that is on a small lot. That was one of the negative things people posted when we were trying to save light fight. They're like, oh, they don't do small houses. They don't do that. Carl, come on, tell them, man. You could share that petition.
When Brian took me around the lot to show me where everything was at. Oh, neat tour.
Yeah. So it was supposed to rain, but before we came in here and ate our cheesesteaks and got ready for this, I said, Charlie, just let me show you where I store stuff and let me show you so you can understand the size of my display. I mean, what would you say from what you remember on TV as far as the size and
that's huge here. It looks smaller, a lot smaller on TV. It's huge here.
Yeah. So that's what I've heard comments like that when people go to light fight shows, like, oh, it doesn't look as big as I saw on TV or things like that. So anyway.
No, I think it looks much bigger than it does on TV. That TV made it look smaller.
Same my mother-in-law saying enjoy. She's known to drink a little wine or two, Chardonnay.
I like your style, Nancy.
Yeah. Now, what do you think? She waters it. She throws ice in. She says, makes it better.
Yeah, enjoy it like you want it to be enjoyed. So.
And then Giatano is just saying, hey, thanks for what we're doing.
Yeah.
Again, don't know when my next show will be unless I do another live either tomorrow without Charlie at the show, because usually it's slower on the second day.
Yeah.
Or if we decide to do it later, but probably not. I'm going to leave the laptop here. I'll be following up with the show. We'll have another thing. We'll do an update on Light Fight. We'll make sure Charlie got home safe. But folks, again, he's back at us. Haha. We appreciate it. And we're going to go out in style here.
Yes.
Got to go out in style. Besides the drinks, Charlie, it wouldn't be a Light Fight trophy if it didn't do this.
Nice.
You got that?
Yeah,
you hold that?
Drop it. Yeah.
Folks, we're going to cheer to the trophy.
You got to do the out.
Yeah, the Librarian's going to be going out back to the East Coast Christmas show, Halloween convention. And folks, Brian, Michael, you're a librarian. You're a great Christmas light fight resource. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thank you for all you do for the community, and thank you for what you do to support the channel. Please share this as well. Charlie, why don't you give yourself your final message about Christmas on Crestline?
Yeah, watch it. Christmas on Crestline.
Yes, Charlie.
Yeah, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me over to the library.
And as Mrs. Librarian said, the library is now